The North Alabama August 2023 stats are in. We have some positive news and quite frankly, we have some concerning news. But before we jump into that, make sure you hit subscribe below to stay on top of all of the latest Huntsville, Alabama real estate news. So let's first jump into new listings. New listings are down 5.5% year over year from August of 2022 to August of 2023. The numbers were 803 to 759 this year, so down 5.5%. That's good and that's negative all at the same time. It's good for sellers that are trying to get the most money for their homes because there's less inventory to choose from with new competition being out there. The negative is for buyers. There just simply is not enough supply in the marketplace, not enough new options coming available for buyers who are looking to buy in this season. So in line with new listings, pending sales are also down 3.75%. So fewer listings on the market, fewer sales in the marketplace. So they're down 645 to 621, which is what you would expect. There's fewer listings on the marketplace, there's higher interest rates, there's gonna be a little bit less demand during this season than we had last year. So closed sales is really the stat that will make you scratch your head. So we have new listings down 5.5%, we have pending sales down 3.75%, but closed sales are down all the way 21% in the North Alabama area, year over year, 753 down to 595 units. And the reason for that is really kind of comes down to new construction. So most builders, or a lot of builders, were doing what you call pre-sales, where a buyer goes out and they contract the home, they pick the selections out, and then they close at the end of the construction. So a lot of builders were doing that strategy, and a lot of new construction was being delayed in terms of supplies and those type of things. And so instead of taking 6 months to build a home, it might have taken 12 months or 18 months. And a lot of those closings hit last August versus this year. We don't have that kind of pent up demand in closings for new construction. And also a lot of builders are doing more of a speculative build where they're not doing those pre-sales. And so that's the main difference that we're seeing year over year. Morgan County is down even more significantly. They're down 49.2%. Limestone County is more closely tracking the overall area with 17.2% down from 191 to 163 closings. Overall, the median sales price has stayed relatively flat over last year. If you look at all of North Alabama, it's 0.4%. 334,450 versus 333 last year, so basically flat. Huntsville is basically flat as well. It was 367 last year, now it's 370. Very interesting, Athens market has jumped. It was 359 last year. It is up to 370 and pacing the same average sales price as Huntsville. And so Athens has really come up in terms of desirability for buyers in terms of things to do, school districts, quality of life in the Athens area. So Athens, price-wise, is just as popular as the Huntsville market now. Morgan County received a big jump as well, jumping from 259 up to 295K, which is really interesting because you've had sales plummet in Morgan County, down 49.2%, but the prices are rising, and it's just because of affordability factor. You know, with Huntsville and Athens getting so much more expensive, that means all other ships are going to be kind of rising with the tide, and Morgan County is going to continue to see price increases. And the other thing I think that's factoring into that as well is there's a lot of new construction that's going up in that Priceville, Decatur, Hartsville areas. So let's jump into percentage of list price received. This time last year, we were at 100.3%, so most homes were selling slightly above list price. Today, we're seeing 99.1%, which is still unheard of. A typical market, you're gonna see, kind of a typical balanced market, you're gonna see about 97%. We're still north of that at 99%, really 99.1%. So we're still in this seller's market with homes still selling very quickly at 25 days and homes receiving a high percentage compared to their list. So to me, the big story is housing affordability. Housing affordability continues to take a hit. I remember just a couple of years ago when our scores were north of 150 here in the Huntsville area, they are down to 77. Just a quick reminder of what housing affordability is. A score of 100 means the median household income can afford the median price range home in our area. And so that is no longer the case here in Huntsville. Last year it was 91, so we've dipped 15.4% year over year. It's down from 127 just in 2021, just 2 years ago. Townhomes continue to dip as well. We're down 21.3%. We're at 100 this year versus 127 the year before. And then if you just look back at 2021, we were as high as 162. So affordability continues to get hit as prices continue to stay high and increase in some of the rural areas like Morgan County and Limestone County. And then it's also getting hit due to the higher interest rates that we're seeing. We're getting very close to 8%, and as we approach that 8% point, that's going to continue to hit affordability, which I do think is going to have us ease off of that 99.1% of list price received. I expect percent of list price to potentially go down, and our median price range home may even suffer for a season as interest rates approach that 8% as well. So that's something to be looking out for in Q4. Also, as new construction, a lot of builders are offering a lot of incentives right now to purchase homes before the end of the year. And so I think Q4 we may see different numbers in terms of percent of price received and maybe even median sales price. So positive is inventory. Inventory of homes is up 16.9% year over year, 1,579 homes versus 1,351 of August 2022. It has doubled since 2021, which is a positive sign as well. We're still nowhere close to what is considered a normal market. Typically, we see anywhere between 2,500 to 3,000 homes on the market in Huntsville, in this general Huntsville area. We're pretty much half of that at 1,579 right now. Housing supply is up as well, so that's a positive sign as a reflection of the additional housing inventory that we have. Housing supply is at 2.9 months worth of supply. So based on the rate of sales that we're receiving, if no new homes became available on the market, how long would it take to sell all the homes? It would take 2.9 months to sell all those homes versus 2 months this time last year. So that's a positive sign. We're still considered a seller's market because a balanced market is considered anywhere between 4 to 6 months. Anything south of 4 is considered a seller's market, and especially when you factor in that 99.1% percent of list price received, all those indicators point back to a seller's market.